Krampus? Is that what the movie's called? Krampus? David Blaustein's going to talk about it here in just a moment. Boy, I can't wait to see Krampus. There's also a very Murray Christmas that premieres on Netflix. But let's hear what Krampus is all about.
St. Nicholas is not coming this year. Instead, a much darker, ancient spirit.
Those are hooves. Elk or a goat?
What kind of goat walks on its hind legs?
His name is Krampus.
Oh, my goodness. I can't handle it. Krampus opens nationwide today. David Blaustein with ABC News is going to be joining us here in mere moments. And, of course, I guess The Wiz, which I did not see 1 second of last night, came off without a hitch. It was live. And then what else is going on? I'll tell you what. Go see Spotlight. It is one of the best movies you'll ever see. Go see that and go see Trumbo. And if you want a popcorn movie, go see Creed. I think all of them are great, but Spotlight is tremendous.
Did you watch any of those live NBC?
We have Blaustein.
Musical things?
I haven't watched any of them.
The Peter Pan, The Sound of Music?
No, I haven't watched any of them. But I guess The Wiz came off without a hitch last night. To talk about Krampus, here's ABC News entertainment correspondent and one heck of a guy, David Blaustein. David, good morning.
Good morning, McGraw. How are you?
I'm great. I can't wait to go see Krampus.
That's not true.
What do you think?
You have no intention of seeing that movie.
I have no intention of seeing this movie. I'm going to go see Spotlight again.
Oh, good for you. Well, here's the thing. After this review, I'm still not sure you'll have any intention of seeing that movie. It's a horror comedy, and, the thing is, not that many people here are even familiar with the legend of Krampus or Krampus or whatever you want to call him. I've heard it pronounced so many different ways. And he is the opposite of Santa Claus. And again, not a popular legend here, so I'm not quite sure about the business decision of making this movie. There are some talented people. Adam Scott is great, but not necessarily a box office draw. David Koechner, great, not a big box office draw. Toni Collette, world class, maybe one of the best film actresses in the world, but not a big box office draw. Conchata Farrell, same thing. The thing that these people have in common, they're all capable of being very funny. And this movie is funnier than it is scary, although it certainly tries to be scary. They've also assembled a very good cast of young, talented kids as well for this film. But ultimately, it's not a great movie, but it's not a bad movie. It's a movie that runs an hour and 37 minutes, but it really kind of feels like it's 2 hours long. But when it works pretty well. I mean, it's a pretty funny visual to see gingerbread men trying to kill somebody with a nail gun.
Okay, I guess.
Horrible, but it's a funny visual, and they're trying to kill David Koechner, and David Koechner is funny, so that's a funny moment as well. But and then there's a music box that's trying to kill you, and then there's the Krampus himself who has hooves and walks on his hind legs and has horns and looks like the devil, and his little elves are supposed to be terrifying, but they're not really that scary. So it's got a good message, too, because it's all about losing the Christmas spirit and gaining it back. But, again, this is not a classic film by any means, but you won't feel like you got ripped off if you go pay to see it. So 3 out of 5 stars.
We're 14 days from the Star Wars movie. Have you seen it yet?
No. This is an amazing thing about the Star Wars movie is that the press is probably only going to get to see it maybe 2 days before it comes out. Mm-hmm. They have not scheduled the press screening for it. And, usually in the world of movie reviews and, movie journalism in general, there are some movies where they'll give you, like, maybe as many as 10 opportunities to see a movie. Of the average movie, maybe there's probably 2 opportunities. Maybe they do an advanced screening if you're going to interview people in the movie and do some press on it. And then if you're going to review it, maybe there'll be another general screening for critics. In this case, there probably will be 1 screening, and they just haven't scheduled it yet. It's probably going to be the Tuesday or Wednesday before the movie comes out. While it comes out on Friday the 18th, it really technically comes out on the 17th, because I'll tell you what, every 7 p.m. screening in New York City on Thursday night and every screening afterwards is sold out. Like, you cannot get it, maybe in the suburbs, but, not in
Who
in
goes
the
to the
city.
suburbs?
So
Yuck.
they're really, JJ, from what I understand, and he's even said as much, really wants to keep everything a secret. There are some leaks out there, and if you search hard enough and you want to know everything that happens in the movie, you can probably find it if you really, really, really have the desire to spoil the movie for yourself. But he still wants to keep it close to the vest, and he's doing so by not releasing,
Right.
not even letting the press see it until, maybe 2 days or a day before it comes out.
All right, David Blaustein, ABC News entertainment correspondent. Have a good week, David. Thanks for checking
Thanks,
in.
McGraw. You too.
All right, 825, Big 550, KTRS.